icing on your cake, the cherry on the top.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy February. I cannot believe that I am saying that already. These past few weeks of the semester have just completely flown by. We are now, I think this is week number 4. And honestly, this has been like the most chill 3 weeks of optometry school that I have ever had in my entire life. So that has been really, really nice. But things are starting to pick up the pace a little bit. So I figured it was time to reset for a new month, just get all my ducks in a row so that I can turn a lot more of my focus towards school stuff rather than life stuff. I am someone, when I have like a ton of stuff kind of on my life to-do list of things that I feel like I need to get done, it makes it really hard for me to focus on school because I just want to get the cleaning done, the budget updated, all that kind of stuff before I start studying. So I know if I check those off my to-do list, I will be able to be a lot more present with school, which is obviously necessary. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine and I am a second-year optometry student at Indiana University. Go Hoosiers! And I also am an avid runner and lifter. So I've also started a new half marathon training block, which I will talk about in another video, but my life is pretty busy, so I really have to make sure I have everything really organized to help me stay on track to be able to hit all of my goals in both school and athletics. So I actually started filming this video yesterday on Saturday. Today is Sunday, February 1st, and I had most of the video like filmed and everything, and then I went to go edit it last night. And I realized some of my intros and talking pieces were just kind of terrible. Like the lighting and audio were just like horrible. So I figured, why not start fresh today with some sunlight and just pick up where I left off yesterday. So there'll be some footage of yesterday mixed in here as well, but I'm also resetting and doing a lot of stuff still today. I figured what better way than to start a new month off on the right foot by doing a little February reset. We're gonna clean, goal set, do some adulting type stuff, and just get everything ready to go for a new month. So I hope this is your sign to do your own little February reset and maybe complete some of those things that have just been sitting on your to-do list for a little bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with doing some cleaning. Let's get into it. Okay, I just finished writing down some of my goals that I have for February. I have never been a huge goal person, I will be so honest. I feel like I just kind of have a running list of things in my mind that I would like to accomplish, but I never actually physically write things down. And so that is something that I am kind of excited to do here in February. I have my cute little list written here of all of my goals. And I just thought I would read them out loud to you and kind of talk about them. So, my first goal is to pass my clinical competency, and that one is actually on Friday. So, here in just a few days, I have my competency. And so, what clinical competencies are, it's where we demonstrate that we're competent and can go into patient care safely. So if we pass that, we get to start seeing patients in May, which is really, really exciting. And so during our competency, we get 80 minutes to complete the rubric of skills that we need to do. We basically give a whole comprehensive eye exam. So it's all of the skills that we have learned this point in school, and we demonstrate that we can do them safely, and do them correctly. So I am honestly feeling really prepared for that. This afternoon, I am going to the clinic to practice for about 4 hours to try and just get my flow down. And I'm thinking that that should go really well today. And honestly, I just cannot wait for that to be something that is done. My next thing is I want to have a successful corporate partnership event. What are corporate partnership events? You're probably wondering, and I am so glad you asked. We have like private practices, individual doctors, corporations, contact lens companies, all these different people from the world of optometry will come and put on these really nice events for us where they come and talk about their products or their practice or just what being a doctor actually is like. And so these are really valuable experiences for us as students. There is so much more in the world of optometry other than just doing your typical 1-2 or primary care optometry. And these events are a great way to kind of see what else is out there and available to you as an optometrist. I am in charge of planning one of those, and that event is coming up here in the middle of the month. And I am just excited to put that on and cannot wait to have a great event there and hear what they have to say. Another thing is I want to try a new restaurant this month. This is kind of a yearly goal that I have going for myself, is I want to try a new restaurant every single month. So we completed that successfully in January. We actually went to 3 new restaurants, but there are just like a gazillion different restaurants here in Bloomington, and I feel like we don't eat out very often and our time here is limited. So I know if we force ourselves to try somewhere new every month, we can get the most bang for our buck and kind of try everything out. It'll also help me find new foods and push me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which I just feel like is something I just want to get better at all throughout 2026. For example, in January, we went to this like Eurasian type food restaurant, and Rudy is a very adventurous guy when it comes to trying new foods. I am not so adventurous, but I am glad that I tried somewhere new and it actually turned out pretty good. So I am excited to try somewhere else this year or this month. I want to try and do a social thing with my friends this month, and that is something I want to do every single month. Do something outside of school where I get to hang out with my friends. I want to run the full distance of all of my long runs. I just started a new half marathon training block, and I want to make sure I hit all of my mileage for long runs. Obviously, if I'm feeling injured, then we can change that goal, but I want to push through the grit and the discomfort and make sure that I hit all of those really long miles that I have ahead of me. I want to make sure I update my budget weekly. I used to be really, really good about updating my budget like every single week and going through all my receipts and what I bought, and I've been really bad about that this past year, so I want to try and get back on that. I want to finish The Paper Palace, and I also want to start a new book. I started The Paper Palace over Christmas break. I literally haven't touched it in January, but I really was enjoying it when I was reading it. So I want to prioritize reading a little bit more. So I also want to finish my little diamond dot projects. Diamond dots are like a paint by number, but with like these little diamonds. And I've been working on these cute little like cocktail coaster things. So I want to try and finish that up. And I think that'll help me prioritize doing some of my hobbies and finding a good balance between school and life. And then I just also have some posting and social media goals on here. I really want to make sure that I am staying really consistent with social media And I'm excited to check in at the end of February and the start of March on how those goals went.